Every Italy travel list puts you on a cliffside, on a hillside, or halfway up a mountain. Cinque Terre, the Amalfi Coast, the hill towns of Tuscany. Beautiful, absolutely stunning, and absolutely exhausting. What nobody makes a video about is the other Italy, the one that's warm, that's flat, and where the old town is small enough to cross on foot in 20 minutes. Today we're fixing that. 5 Italian towns, all of them walkable, all of them warm, none of them on the standard list. And before we get into them, if you want the complete written guide for every town in this video, how to get there, where to eat, where to stay, and the insider tips that don't make it into the video, click the link here or find it in the description below. Let's go! Town number 1 is Lecce, in the heel of Italy's boot, deep in the region of Puglia, in an area called Salento. Lecce gets called the Florence of the South, and if you've been to Florence and thought, I wish this were warmer and less crowded, Lecce is your answer. The old town is entirely pedestrian. No hills, no steps, just wide baroque lanes, honey-coloured stone, and piazzas you'll want to sit in for 2 hours. Getting there is easy. Fly into Brindisi, about 45 minutes away, or Bari, about an hour and a half. The train takes you right into Lecce station, a 10-minute walk from the Centro Storico. You don't need a car once you're there. For food, start your mornings at Caffè al Vino on Piazza Sant'Oronzo. Order a pasticciotto, a warm pastry filled with custard, a Lecce tradition, and a caffè leccese, iced espresso with almond milk. For dinner, the family-run Alle Due Corti serves a handwritten menu in dialect. Order the cicerietria, a pasta with chickpeas and crispy noodles that you won't find anywhere else. Give Lecce 2 nights. The day trippers leave in the afternoon and the town is yours by 6. Town number 2 sits in Sicily, and it might be the most quietly perfect place on this list. Ortigia is the historic heart of Siracusa, a small island, barely a kilometre long, connected to the mainland by a couple of bridges. It's almost entirely closed to cars. You can walk from one end to the other in 20 minutes, past the Greek temple of Apollo, through backstreet markets selling swordfish and sea urchin, across the grand Piazza Duomo, where the cathedral was built directly on top of a Greek temple, and you can still see the ancient columns embedded in the walls, and out to the seafront castle at the far tip. The closest airport is Catania, about an hour away. From there, train or bus to Siracusa. Walk over the bridge and you're in. For dinner, browse the morning market first to see what's fresh. Then find a backstreet table. Scialai keeps it local and quiet. Casa Trimarchi is a few steps from the cathedral and does Sicilian classics. Pasta with sardines, with swordfish, with sea urchin in season. Time your evening for the Piazza Duomo at sunset. The stone turns gold, the square fills up, and the whole island comes out to stroll. Swim off the rocks near the Fonte Aretusa before dinner if the weather's warm. It usually is. Town number 3 is on Sardinia's northwest coast, and it's unlike anywhere else in Italy. Alghero has its own language, Algherese, a dialect of Catalan. left over from centuries of Spanish rule. Locals still call the town Barceloneta. The old town is a flat, walled grid of cobbled lanes wrapped around a working harbour, with sea ramparts you can walk at sunset, while the cliffs of Capocaccia turn pink across the bay. Getting there is easy. Alghero has its own airport, Alghero Fertilia, 10 minutes from the centre, with direct flights from across Italy and Europe. The old town is compact and entirely walkable. You only need a car for beach days or the Bossa Coast Road. The dish to order here is aragosta, alla catalana, spiny lobster cooked with tomato, onion and olive oil. It's the house speciality at Nautilus, right on the harbour. Best between March and August when it's in season. Pair it with a glass of local Vermentino, Sardinia's signature white wine, dry and slightly mineral. Trattoria Lo Romani does superior daily Sardinian cooking a few lanes back from the port. Walk the bastioni, the old sea walls, in the last hour of daylight. This is where the whole town walks. It's the best free activity in Sardinia. Town number 4 is at the far western tip of Sicily, and it genuinely feels like it belongs to a different century. Trapani's old town runs out along a slim, flat peninsula, with sea on 3 sides and almost no tourist infrastructure. The main pedestrian street, Corso Vittorio Emanuele, is lined with baroque churches, a fish market, and bars that have been open since before you were born. Genuinely under the radar, even in August.
Fly into Trapani's own small airport, Vincenzo Florio, or into Palermo and drive about an hour and a half along the coast. The historic centre is small and flat. Park outside and walk. The food here has a North African influence. This is couscous country. The dish is couscousu di pesce, fish couscous, fragrant with saffron and a long-cooked broth. The pasta is busiate al pesto trapanese, spiral pasta with a tomato and almond pesto that's specific to this corner of Sicily. Cantina Siciliana on Via Giudecca has been doing both since 1958. Grab a pane cunzato, dressed bread with tuna, capers and olives, at any harbour bar for under €3. For a half-day trip, walk the Mura di Tramontana, the old seawall to the north. Then take the cable car up to medieval Erice for the view back over the salt pans and the Egadi Islands. The salt pans glow pink at sunset. It's one of the better free spectacles in all of Italy. Town number 5 is back in Puglia on the Adriatic coast, and it's the best kept secret on this list. Monopoli is a flat, whitewashed centro storico wrapped around a working harbour. Fishing boats still come in every morning, and the fishermen still mend their nets on the quay. The old town is car-free, compact, and genuinely lived in. Quieter than Polignano just up the coast, cheaper than Lecce, and pretty much undiscovered by international tourism. Getting there. Train from Bari takes 30 to 50 minutes, and Bari's airport is about 40 minutes away. The Centro Storico is pedestrian. Park outside or arrive by train and walk. For food, eat by the Porto Antico. Osteria Perici is a family institution near the old port. Go for the seafood, stay for the atmosphere.
La locanda sul porto does spaghetti ai frutti di mare with harbour views. Aperitivo and people-watching belong in Piazza Garibaldi as the sun goes down. The insider move. Base yourself here and let the trains do the work. Polignano, the cliff diving town, is 15 minutes away. Ostuni is 40. Bari is under an hour. You can see the whole Adriatic coast car-free and sleep somewhere that still feels like a real Italian town. One more thing before you go. Every town in this video is exactly the kind of place where English runs out. Markets, bars, small trattorias with no English menu. Lingo's sidekick is the pocket Italian phrasebook I'd have on my phone for all 5 of them. Real phrases for real situations, works completely offline. Links in the description. Try it free for 3 days. So that's the list. Lecce for baroque and the passeggiata. Ortigia for a whole island you can walk end to end. Alghero for sea walls and Catalan character. Trapani for couscous and the salt pans. And Monopoli for a working harbour that tourism hasn't found yet. All flat, all warm, all walkable. If you've been putting off Italy because you thought it meant hills and crowds and climbing to every viewpoint, this is the other Italy. The one that moves at a stroll. If this helped, subscribe. There are more towns coming. And drop your favourite walkable Italian spot in the comments. I want to know what we missed. See you in the next one.